CSI, or Crime Scene Investigation, is such a hot show that it spawned another version that takes place in Miami. But the common denominator is forensic science. And as KGMB9's Louise Kim McCoy reports, the show is also inspiring students across the country to enter this unusual field.
Dr. Lee Goff heads the only undergraduate forensic science program west of Texas, right here at Chaminade University. Goff, who also happens to be a consultant for CSI, says it's amazing how these shows are motivating students young and old. This explosion of interest is the focus of tonight's Eye on Hawaii special report. CSI makes it look easy, but finding crime-solving clues can be tedious. From blood splatters or fingerprints to tiny pieces of hair and fiber. But the real key is the person looking for the evidence.
You have to be curious. You can't be somebody that wants to just accept a flat answer. You have to be somebody that wants to look at puzzles.
And thanks to CSI, forensic science is suddenly very hot.
Explosion of interest in there. The enrollments are increasing. Ours essentially has skyrocketed. Fall semester, we've admitted 90 students into the bachelor's program.
I never get bored with it. I like investigation, and I love putting little things together to solve a big crime.
What really strikes me is how technology drives the science.
Students may end up in crime labs analyzing anything from ballistics to human DNA. But some evidence specialists also have to look at crime victims, or what's left of them.
And you'll be dealing with things that don't look good. You want to be able to divorce yourself from that, view things as an object, still maintain a certain sympathy for what happened, but not let it eat at you.
Especially if your job is to examine and analyze what's been eating the victims. That's Goff's area of expertise. He's a nationally known forensic entomologist who can tell time of death from the insects found on a body.
Now we figure that within 10 minutes following death, we're going to have the flies start showing up.
Goff says in Hawaii's climate, more than 300 species of bugs can eventually land on a corpse.
And the first ones show up will be these, the kind of blue-green California flies.
The female flies lay maggots. Then other flies and insects show up. As each group feeds and changes the body, it becomes attractive to others and reveals a pattern. Each one comes at a particular time.
Yeah, it's not like you're holding a stopwatch in there, but you do have a predictable order.
The critters tell a lot then.
Oh, I do. You just have to know how to listen.
And by listening, Goff has helped solve numerous crimes, like the 1988 murder of Roxanne Tandal. Her body was found in Kahuku 13 days after she vanished. But Goff's initial insect study showed time of death at 10.5 days.
In order to narrow down, I got a 50-pound pig, which is our animal model, duplicated the wrappings, and looked for a place that was kind of overgrown, similar to where we found the body.
The experiment was used in a CSI episode, and Goff continues to consult for the hit shows.
The evidence doesn't lie.
Is that something that you preach?
Yeah, very, very definitely. The evidence is going to be totally impartial. The evidence will not lie.
But forensic scientists still have to be very careful and stay objective, even during the toughest times.
The child killing. Okay? When you're dealing with something like this, it's very difficult to remain detached. You want some resolution on some level.
But by gathering and examining the evidence, forensic scientists can be the voice for those who can no longer speak. Lee Goff says CSI gets high marks for its realism because they stick to the science and even use real equipment. But Goff reminds his students that it's still Hollywood and that real crimes don't get solved in an hour. Instead, it requires teamwork. Tomorrow, I'll show you the important role the medical examiners play on CSI and in real life.